Hello and welcome back to the 2020 Victoria Tea Festival Revival. This is wow. These sessions just keep getting more and more interesting. They're fascinating from the beginning. We've had Pedro Villalon on just now from O5T. He was doing a fantastic job. Actually, it was really fun to just roast up some teas together and explore some different extraction techniques. We actually have Pedro still on the line right now as he's introduced us to the lovely folks over at the Teatopia Tea Festival in Kyoto. Ryan Moen, the co-director of the Tea Festival, is also joining us. You can see archived versions of the sessions that have come before this on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, hello, join the chat, ask questions while we're live. I'm Jared Nyberg. I'm also one of the co-directors of the festival. So hello to, it was Tetsuya Imanishi, is that correct? Did I say that correctly? Yes? Okay, awesome. All right, welcome to the Victoria Tea Festival Revival 2020.
Hello.
Awesome.
Hi everyone. So we are Teatopia Festival. My name is Haruka and I have two of my friends, Tetsuya Imanishi, who is a tea farmer here in Wazuka. And this is Chihiro, who is really kind to share her space right here today. And before we begin, we would like to introduce you a little bit about the artwork right here at the back.
Okay.
日本語でいいの
はい。
アーティストインレジデンスがわずかで2 months、2ヶ月開催されてまして、それの展示を今ここで、してます。で、10メーターかける2メーターの大きな作品が飾られているところで、今日はお茶を、やりたいと思います。
So right here in Wazuka, Kyoto, we have a few of the artists staying in Wazuka to get some inspiration from the nature. And here's the artwork by Kaoru Shibuta, who also stayed in Wazuka for 2 months to complete his work. And
10メーター。
yeah, so this is a really big piece of art. It's 10 meters by 2 meters. And it's called Monkey Time.
Monkey Time.
Yeah.
Monkey Time. Okay.
So,
it's absolutely beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wonder if we can see more of it. That's really, really, really cool. What is it depicting? One more time. What are we seeing?
Monkeys.
I'm seeing
Monkey Time.
Monkeys.
Of course,
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, that's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah. So we will first give you a short introduction about our hometown. We'll share some presentation.
Lovely. Okay, that's exciting.
If that works, just one moment.
Yeah. If you click the share screen here, I think I might need to accept it. So try one more time.
Yeah.
It's not.
Is it working?
It's not giving me a request. No. Hold on one sec.
あれ? あ、これか.
This would be lovely if we can. Meeting details. No, it's not. It's not doing it. Ah! Oh, no, there it is. Okay, Haruka Hori is presenting. Okay, lovely. Yes, it's coming. We can see.
Is it working?
Yeah. Oh, we can see ourselves. That's hilarious. Okay.
Or we can see yourself.
I think I shared
Hooray.
this one.
We can see your screen. Yeah.
あ、ごめんなさい。
大丈夫ですよ。スクリーン見えましたよ。
スライドを始めたら
あ、
大丈夫。
今の
見ました。
で
Can you hear this now?
that if you want to try presenting one more time.
あ、そう、さっき再生でプレイ。
なんかもう一回。
あ、そうなんや。
そうです。
いいよね。で、Okay. Sorry, is this working now?
It is working now. Yes. So we can see how
Okay.
that you are presenting. Beautiful. Yeah, we can see that.
Okay, cool. So here's just a little bit about our hometown, Teatopia, Wazuka. So here Wazuka is located in the southern tip of Kyoto, and it's referred to as Teatopia, which is utopia for tea lovers. We have a little bit less than 3,800 people here, and we have 300 tea farmers harvesting quality Japanese green tea in the town. And we have one of the largest tea plantations among Kyoto, and 40% of green tea that is produced in Kyoto is actually harvested here in Wazuka.
Oh wow.
So here are some photos of Teatopia Wazuka. This is one of the really famous tea farm for tourists to visit. And here's another tea farm, which belongs to Tetsuya Imanishi.
Cool.
And this is I went up to a little mountain just to overlook the entire town.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, just a little bit about Teatopia Festival. So the Teatopia Festival that we hosted this year has been hosted every year since 2002. So this year was supposed to be the ninth anniversary. However, because of the COVID-19, we were not able to actually host the festival, the real festival, but instead we went online and we did a live online live event for 2 days, just like a Victoria Tea Festival, and we had over 5,000 viewers over 2 days.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And here's what we did. During the online event, we taught people how to brew perfect cup of Japanese green tea, and this is matcha art. So there is a workshop on how to draw your favorite picture on a cup of matcha. And yeah, this is Misako-san teaching people how to make kombucha.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and this is the tea cocktail. So this gentleman right here who owns a cocktail bar in Kyoto has taught us how to infuse some tea in alcohol. And this one was how to make matcha cake with some chocolate. Yeah, and we had a lot of programs, and you can find us on Instagram at Teatopia underbar festival, and you can still watch the archive on our YouTube channel. Okay, so it was. How do I end this?
You just
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Awesome. You're back. Awesome. That's very cool.
guys.
Okay. No, that's
Okay.
Wazuka is quite a beautiful city, and we were just we actually had George on from Obubu a little bit earlier, talking to us from Wazuka as well. So we're lucky to have you guys on and to have such a wonderful representation from Wazuka. It's quite an important production region in Japan. Hey, like.
Yeah.
40% is a big number, and he pointed out that's not a lot of people producing it. Like it's a small number of people producing a lot of amazing tea, and in Japan, when we talk about tea, we when we say ujicha, many people don't know this, but and I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, but Wazuka and Ujitawara are basically the ones that are responsible for most of that production, right? So
Yes, that's true.
yeah, so it's pretty cool, and what a beautiful area to be producing in. And in terms of, do you know the percent? Maybe it was in the slide, and if it was, I'm sorry. But what was the percentage that Ujicha or Wazuka produces of all Japanese tea?
So it's 40% of tea that is produced within Kyoto
Yeah.
is produced in Wazuka.
What about like nationally? Do you know the numbers for how that compares?
Nationally, わずか
うん。
のお茶の生産量って日本全体の何%ぐらいかってわかり
日
ます
本
か？
全体の何%。
すみません。難しいっす。
うーん。
Probably not so much
Yeah,
because
right? Because Kyoto.
recently, like a lot of other regions, like the southern part of Japan, for example, like Kagoshima, or a little bit east of us, Shizuoka,
Yeah,
those two are
huge
one of the
producers.
main producing regions, and they produce in quantity, like a lot of tea. So compared to that, our production is not very much, but it's more like we're focusing on quality and more like preserving the tradition, like those kind of tea that we produce.
Quality over quantity and cultural tradition. That's good. So what is it that makes Wazuka or Ujicha different from other Japanese regions in terms of flavor? We talked about it a bit with George, but I'm curious to your opinion.
わずか他の日本のお茶産地と比べて、わずかのお茶でこう特別なこととか、でどういうことだと思いますか？
わずか特別なことで言うと、やっぱりそのわずかの土地でしか生み出されないその香りやったりとか。
The aroma and the flavor that is very unique to the land we were gifted on.
Makes sense.
その土地じゃないと生み出せないもの。気候風土が生み出すものですね。
So it's something that's very unique to the natural condition, like weather and the temperature and the soil condition and like all those the nature that we have here is really unique to other regions.
Fair enough. Yeah. They have those. I mean, there's the famous rivers, and there's the famous the terrain too, quite treacherous, like very very steep hills that you guys are harvesting on. Not for the faint of heart. it's really beautiful flavors that come out of the region. We were talking a little bit about how you guys don't fire the teas as deeply as some other regions. You really try to protect those aromatics, and it's
right,
specifically those. For me, when I'm drinking from Wazuka, tea from Wazuka, I'm always really impressed by that floral characteristic. Like there's almost like a violet, or like just a really beautiful flower in my nose when I'm drinking it, and I just love the delicateness, because a lot of other regions are amazing too, but I think that they get really into that deep flavors, right? And so it's really interesting how subtle and delicate and beautiful the teas are that come out of Wazuka.
Thank you. So Tetsuya-san has actually prepared a video for us today.
Oh, amazing.
It's showing you how the tea is produced. So from the harvesting to processing.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
can we watch that together?
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Let's do it. Okay.
I'm gonna try sharing the presentation again.
Yeah,
Hope
let's do it.
works
Let's do
great
it.
this time.
Okay, you got this. You got this. Okay, I think we're ready for you on this end.
From this side. Okay. It's on Vimeo here.
Okay.
So please feel free to stop us if you have any questions.
For sure. Definitely.
なんか、コメントがあれば言ってください。
何をしてるとこでとか、そういうことだよね。 これは洋上の芝です。
港さんからなんか
Oh,
これがお茶刈りの。こ
So
れまだ
this is
まだ
how we harvest
まだ
tea.
洋木なんですけど、ここ。
Still baby gardens.
ah.
僕ってなんて
How old are the leaves? Oh, wow.
何年ぐらい
ここはまだ3年ぐらいやったんですけど、
About
今は
3
もう
years old.
ここから5年ぐらい経ってるから、この映像を作ってから4年、4年5年ぐらい経ってるからもう立派な茶畑になる。
So it was only 3 years old when the video was taken, but it's been about 5 years since we shoot this. So it's been, yeah, it is like about 8 years old right now.
Cool. So beautiful.
原山ですよね。
うん、原山です
It's
ね。
in Harayama region in Wazuka.
で、今回送らせてもらったお茶は、ちょうどここの矢吹田です。今。
Oh, すご
そうそう
い。
そう、たまたまですけ
So
ど。
the Yabukita tea that we shipped over to Canada this time was harvested exactly at the tea garden that you saw.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very cool.
とてもいいです。
これ一番最初の蒸し器に入っていくところです。
So this is the very first step of the processing. The leaves are entering steaming machine.
Very cool.
で、これは操縦機入ってるところ。
This is the primary rolling dryer.
で、上がってきて、充
And
電器。
then this is the secondary rolling machine.
The crusher.
で、製樹機ですね、これは。
And this is the very final rolling machine.
Very cool. That's for shaping the leaves.
聞こえないですね。
How old is this factory?
How old is, sorry?
The factory.
工場何年ぐらい
この工場自体はもう40年。
Wow.
About 40 years old.
で、機械は修理したりとか、新しくなってるやつとかもありますけど。
So they have like repaired and maintained the machines or sometimes replaced with new ones.
Fair enough. Yeah. Looks really well maintained.
で、これが最終の乾燥機に入っていくところですね。
So this is the leaves entering the very final drying machine.
で、乾燥機から上がってきてる。
So the tea leaves have finished the very final process of drying.
で、白く見えるのは茎の部分ですね。
Where the part where it looks white is the stem of the leaves.
Right. Wow. I bet you it smells amazing in there. Nice. Awesome. what are we seeing here? Oh, the ending. Okay, awesome.
It's a beautiful ending.
Yeah, very pretty.
結構
Awesome.
ちゃんと作ってますね。
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Maybe we can drink some of that yabukita. Hey, the yabukita sencha. We can. That you
Yeah,
sent us.
sure. Okay, how do I finish presenting?
Unless that's. I don't want to speed through or anything. I would love to drink this tea with you guys for sure.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions regarding the video?
The video. You guys? I'm just gonna. 聞こえますよ
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. I think everybody's thinking about the questions that they'd like to ask. I mean, I'm personally interested in I love watching the equipment and I love the beautiful fields and it's always such a wonderful insight into the like the different preparation techniques, etc. But what caught my eye was definitely that factory seemed really clean. It actually looked really new to me. So to hear that it was 40 years old was kind of interesting, and yeah, and beautiful landscape, and it's a really beautiful video. Yeah.
なんかすごい綺麗な工場で40年経ってるっていうのをびっくりしてあって、すごいこう機械とか見るのが好きらしいです。
映像にしてるからだいぶこうよくは見えてる。実際に見たら結構ガトが来てる。
Nice.
He says it looks better than it actually is on the video.
There you go. That's awesome. So just why don't we drink some tea with you guys? So Wazuka. So
Yeah,
I have some selections. I'm just gonna go grab a teapot. Maybe you can. We have this Tanaka.
Yeah. So there are three teas, Jared-san.
Yeah.
One of which is it says Imanishi Tetsuya-san.
Oh, okay.
On the label.
Imanishi. Yeah, I see it.
I think we should go for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
We should, because we have
We have the
Tetsuya-san
man
right here.
the man here himself. Yeah. Okay.
There's a QR code on the packaging. So when we released this tea, we did it differently, because I bought this tea blindly, and I just said, Haruka-san, I trust you, and let's get some 3 very delicious teas, and she delivered 3 very delicious teas. And when we put it on our website, we didn't even provide O5T instructions. We just asked Tetsuya-san, how would you recommend enjoying it? And I think it would be a really good idea to just do it. Like, probably no prejudice from us who often drink tea, and we would just listen to what he recommends, and then see what we think.
Yeah, sure. お茶の入れ方を皆さんにはい、インストラクションを。
ヤブキタの
ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。
今用意してくれてはる感じだね。
Okay, so we were saying let's have Tetsuya-san teach you how he would brew his tea.
Amazing. Yeah? Yes. Okay.
皆さん準備は大丈夫？
Yeah, please.
That's awesome. Sorry, guys. I had to run and grab my teapot. I realized I didn't have him.
Did you have everything ready with you?
Yeah, I got a kyusu.
We're all set.
And then, yeah, you got it over there.
Hot water and leaves and teacups.
Yes. What temperature of water should I do? Or how do? What do you want me to? Yeah. We'll just follow your direction.
まずそのお茶の葉の量を測れるものってありますか？何かスケール。
Ah, do you have a scale?
Yeah. All of us.
Yes,
do.
we all have a scale.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. All right. I'll put this on. Okay.
So this tea is Yabukita Jun Sencha, which means the sencha that's harvested without shading or covering. Some of the sencha usually is covered to cut the sunlight before harvesting.
Right.
This is more like the traditional traditional end of sencha, which is really unique to Wazuka.
形状が素晴らしいですね。That's awesome.
And it was harvested on the 3rd of May. 5月3日でした。in the beautiful tea field that you guys have seen in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
何グラムいきましょう。
で、お茶っ葉は5グラム。
5 grams ですね。Okay. 5
5
5グラム、5 grams of tea leaves.
Awesome.
で、お湯の温度は70度から75度ぐらい。
So we're gonna brew this with the hot water, which is between 70 to 75 degrees.
Okay.
Hmm?
We got this.
すごい。皆さん、手元でこの温度を作れるやつが持ってたりとかすると。
Oh, yeah. You guys have a teapot that can adjust the temperature, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's very cool. we will just follow the traditional way.
You know, that's good. You know, people watching, you know, Ryan, when he was joining it, he says, I'm just going to do it old school. And I'm the one that twisted his arm to get a kettle. But
Typically, it's just boiling water over leaves.
yeah. So, but this is gonna be useful. But the old, like, traditional way is to cool, right? To use the yuzamashi or the water cooler downer and cool that water down. But are you starting with like a poto, like a zojirushi pot, or it doesn't have to be zojirushi, but that's what we call them here in Canada. What are you using for your water source there, Hori-san? Is that a is that a kettle?
It's
hard to see.
I think Chihiro-san prepared the hot water.
山の水です。
Oh, it's from the mountain.
Oh, nice! So
Oh,
jealous.
Somewhere close to where we are.
門前のこのエリアの皆さんが使ってる山
Yeah. 川で。
うちもあるね。
So in this house, she has a tap that she can get the water from the mountain.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's
So
directly
she has
hooked up to a
two
fresh
taps, and one
spring.
is like regular tap water, and the other one is just straight from the mountain.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Okay. One of our viewers, Lorianne, says that she's really enjoying this session. So, just
で、すべての準備が整ったら抽出時間は1分。
1分ですね。
Do you have the water and the leaves ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna pour the hot water that's cooled down a little bit into the tea leaves, and we will wait for about 1 minute.
How much water should we put on?
どのくらいのお湯の量で？
90cc ぐらいでいいと思う。
90 milliliters?
5グラムでしたっけ？So for 5 grams of tea leaves, about 90 milliliter of water should be perfect.
Okay.
We want perfect.
Yeah, we want perfect. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
Perfect for in another way what the grower of the tea recommends.
Yeah. No, this is great.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is so good. And who knows, right? I'm sure the water will be slightly different where you are than here, but this is exciting. Yeah,
Actually, when I was living in Vancouver, I found out the water over there is like hard water, which means more mineral content. So I found it a little bit harder to brew the tea. So I always needed to brew it for a little bit longer than how I usually do it back home.
there you go.
そっか。カナダの水は硬い。
香水
香水か。
Oh, yeah.
髪の毛がギシギシ
But it's
になる。
better for the curly hair.
You know, you guys, you ready for this? Hard water makes things harder. Yes.
See?
There you go.
Jared's quote of the night.
Right? There's my quote of the night.
Right? That's your quote of the night. brother.
My dad joke right there.
じゃあね、かかってしまう。
I don't know if that translates. That's good. I don't think it does.
もう振ってますよ。
Should I not? 振らない方がいいですか？大丈夫ですか？ Is it okay? Can I?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. So after 1 minute,
Okay.
let's pour out the tea
Okay.
gently, slowly.
Sorry.
It's
Okay, I'll
okay.
be. It's funny. Oh man.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways of brewing tea, and also like personal preferences.
No, I'm all about
Different, depends on.
gentle extraction's the way to go. 100%. Yeah, that's good. Want to get
I
that last
think,
drop? Come on.
It's okay.
You're almost there. There we
Yeah,
go.
in Wazuka, we usually are told not to shake the teapot too much.
That's awesome.
食
So
ったらあかんってやつ
those people watching, don't do what I just did.
Yeah, you were shaking the teapot, man.
Yeah, I know. I have failed. Okay.
That's my job usually. Is to do that.
It's funny. I was always about, don't swirl, don't be aggressive, and look at me. All right, that looks.
And he also recommends you to open the lid of the teapot right after you brew it in order to stop the leaves from getting too hot.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Nice. Yeah. Huh.
はい、どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
いただきます。
ちいちゃんもどうぞ。
Oh, it smells really good. Yeah, it's really light. That's really good. That's really good color too, hey?
Yeah.
いい色してますね。
いい色してますね。
うん
ありがとうございます。香りはどうですか？
What do you think about the aroma?
Yeah, it's very nice.
いい香り。
いい香り。Yeah. 花の香りですね。
うん。
花の香り。
なんかない。
Very,
わ
very.
ずかで3種類お茶が送られてたけど、他のその港さんと田中さんのお茶っていうのは全くの純煎茶やった。ちょっと被ってたよね。
かぶってました。So I think we've sent you 3 different types of tea from Wazuka,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 2 were actually so before the harvest they've covered their tea to cut the sunlight for a little bit. But this one in particular is harvested without any like covering or shading.
That's really
And
amazing.
なんて言ってましたっけ？このお茶についてのなんか説明。
か
このお
他の2
茶の説明。
つはかぶってたけど、
かぶってたけど
こっちは
これは被ってない。全くの純煎茶で。
うん
だから色は他のお茶に比べたら多分そこまでその濃い緑ではない。黄色っぽい感じ。
So compared to the other 2, the color will be more like a little bit yellowish and not so like not too dark, more like soft and yellow color.
But it tastes like a really complex tea, you know. かぶせないとちょっと旨味が消えることもあるんですから、すごい旨味もちゃんとあって美味しいですね。It's really good because like there's umami, even though like normally when you shade grow, you lose a lot of that umami. So this is really interesting that, sorry, when you don't shade grow, you lose with this June or this pure this. I don't know if that's the character. Is it June for pure? Is that June sencha? When you say June sencha, is that pure?
Yes,
Yeah.
Junsencha.
And oftentimes when I have it personally, I find that it's too grassy or too too tannic. But this is really lovely. This is really, really lovely. Yeah.
That's good, beautiful umami. It does have a lot of umami.
Yeah, you said
なん
that.
か
うん。
Oh, sorry.
かぶってない煎茶飲むときってすごいこうもう強い草のような
うん。
緑の味
うん。
が、まあ、強いなって感じることが多いんですけど、
うん。
これはすごいこう旨味があるなって
しっかり感じると。それが多分、わずかの霧がよう立ったりとかするじゃないですか。で、それで自然にこう、日光が遮られたりとかする時間帯があったりとかして、自然に作られる、人工的にその遮光して作られる旨味とかじゃなくて、自然が作り出す。
ああ、すごい。
それこそ、だから多分わずかのこの場所やからできる味あったりとか香りあったりとかっていうことだと思うんですけど。
So, even though this tea in particular wasn't shaded or covered artificially before the harvesting, but because of the landscape that is really unique to Wazuka, we like how how we have a river running in the middle of the town, and the tea farms are all teas are all like planted in a steep mountains. It is like really unique that we get fog in the spring,
Right.
and that is functioning as a natural sunblock. And that is why even though we don't like cover or shade artificially, we can still like preserve a lot of umami or sweetness in the tea.
That makes sense. So that means that the timing of the harvest is going to be pretty critical, hey? Like you have to time it with the right time of year. Does that mean that perhaps this process is less successful later in the year?
お茶を収穫するタイミングも、そしたら難しかったりとかしますか？
お茶を収穫するタイミングが難しいですね。
That's lovely though. That's good. This is great actually.
で、そんなにその作業効率のいい場所でもないんで、わずかっていうのはすごい斜面が多くて、で1日で収穫できる量っていうのも限られてて、それは多分それぞれの農家さんでこう品種をいろいろ分けていったりとか、順番にこう収穫し、ベストなタイミングで収穫していけるようにいろいろ計画して考えてずっとしてきてるんじゃないですかね。
Yeah, the timing of the harvesting is really critical, and also because our farms are on a really steep mountain, it is not very easy to harvest in large quantity at once. So the farmers have tried many different ways, such as planting a lot of different cultivar, so that you can harvest everything at the perfect timing.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Very smart.
Do you have a favorite? Does he have a favorite? Does he have a favorite cultivar? Is he a Yabukita all the way kind of farmer, or does he have a preference for Okumidori, or is there like a? Does he have a favorite cultivar for?
一番好きな品種とかありますか？
僕が好きな品種は五香っていう。
五香 is his favorite.
Cool. Okay. Nice. Does he do a unshaded goko as well? Does it create a nice sencha unshaded, or is it something that needs to be shaded?
五香はどういう風に？
五香はうちはかぶせで作ってるんですけど、普通のその純煎茶とかやったらちょっと癖が強くて、かぶせることですごい旨味もしっかり強く、で後味もなんやろね、マスカットっぽいというか、口に残る余韻が。
So he grows a shaded goko. Yeah, and if you don't shade goko, it's gonna be really unique flavor. But by shading it, it becomes like more rich in umami flavor, and also the aftertaste becomes really refreshing, like muscat.
Muscat grape. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's interesting. I love knowing favorite cultivar. Out of curiosity, so when we're coming up close to the end here, and I'm asking all the questions. Pedro, Ryan, please, if you have something you'd like to ask.
You have good questions, man. I'm okay.
Okay, all right. Just curious about. So you were talking about choosing the right cultivar, choosing cultivar so you can stagger the harvest. Is Goko, does it grow a little bit later than Yabukita, or is it a little bit earlier, or like when it's ready? And I guess if you shade grow versus not shading, obviously it's going to be a later
こ
harvest.
こ
So I
で
assume
ヤブ
Goko
キ
is
タと比べたら早く出てくるんですか？
あとですね。
ああ、so Goko comes after
Later.
ヤブキタ
nice.
late.
うん。
Cool. Okay, so you can have the same team harvest the Yabukita that also harvest the Goko, but later, kind of idea.
うん。Yes, yes.
うん
ここ後で収穫する。
あ、そうです。
うん
大体順番が決まってる。
うん
この畑、この畑、この畑で。で、ヤブキタが基準になってて、それより早いか遅いかで、いろんな品種の和製とか晩製とかあって。
うん
So he has quite a few different variety. So there's Yabukita always as like standard, and he has some cultivar that's earlier than Yabukita, and some others that's later than Yabukita, like Goko.
And Yabukita is the standard that everything's based off of. Hey, that's really interesting. Cool. Okay. Just I guess we're coming up to the end of our session with you guys. It's been really beautiful having you here. It's so special to have you live from Kyoto on our Victoria Tea Festival revival. Really appreciate that. Did you have something that maybe some words you'd like to say to the viewers, or some final thoughts? Maybe you can let us know. Well, what we should be doing for our second steep here. Those kinds of things.
なんかもうちょっとで終わるんですけど、なんか最後にありますか？
最後に、そうですね、わずかに、もし機会があればぜひ遊びに来てください。で、その映像とかでは伝わらない素晴らしい場所やったりとか、素晴らしいお茶っていうのがいっぱいあるんで、ぜひわずかに一度足を運んでください。
If you have an opportunity, please do come and visit Wazuka. There are beautiful places and delicious tea that is really that is a little bit hard to tell you through the video. So please come and visit in person.
Awesome.
来年来ますよ。
Yes.
ありがとうございます。で、あとは茶元郷祭りでまた一緒に皆さんでできるようなことがあったら、毎年11月に自分たちでやってる。
So we host a Teatopia festival every November, and this year we did something like that's online. And if we could do something together, if you guys could join us online next year, maybe that would be amazing.
Might see you in person if Corona's over.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Really looking forward to it. Ryan, did you have anything else you'd want to say here at the end, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for opening up with such beautiful art, and then like bringing us in to your space and sharing your festival with us, because I think that's really kind of woven through the celebration of the tea that you've given us today. So I want to thank you for that, and thank you for just taking the time to show us through the video and through the presentations all the beautiful work that you do. And whether it's as a guest or as a viewer, we'll be there next year watching online. It was such a beautiful experience for this short period of time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You guys,
Bye.
Goodbye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And again, we appreciate
Thank you very much for having us, and it was our honor to be a part of your festival. And have a great rest of the live stream session.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful. Really appreciate it. And a big shout out to Pedro as well. It looks like he's left the call. But we really appreciate him introducing those guys to us. Wazuka, for me, is one of my favorite regions to visit. I love going to Japan, and Wazuka has a special place in my heart as it's one of the spaces that I first visited. So huge appreciation for this. Teatopia, so exciting. I hope to check it out next year, either in person or online. I'm going to switch over to Ryan.
Perfect. Well, yeah, that was exciting. I was really excited to see somebody else who's pulled off an online festival, and it gives us hope that this is going to go smoothly for the next 12 hours or so. So next is Shanna Chang with Wild Tea Chi. She's going to be in just about 14 minutes, so it'll be 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're really excited to have her on board. But yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in for this last little bit, and we hope we can carry you over because we don't know what time of day it is for you or where you might be located, or maybe you're just watching this in segments on YouTube. But thank you so much for watching.